Now for chapter 34, The Warnings. The world seemed to be shaking when Bree woke up. Once she got her wits about her, she realized it was Blaze rocking her. She sat up and rubbed her eyes. "What time is it?" she asked through a yawn. "Almost midday. Odiana used Morgana's wand on you last night to remove the last traces of poison inside you. Regan's pirates have made their way back down the mountain, and some of them are in the city. Most of the fairies have gone back to Shen. A few stayed to keep watch." Bree stood up and stretched. She looked around the barn. "Where's Odie?" Blaze gestured with his nose to the far door. "Outside with that new wand, practicing. It's much more powerful than anything she's used to." "Have you tried your new feather?" He nodded. "It lets me shoot lightning and sound waves." "Neat." Bree checked herself for her supplies. Sword hilt, grip hook, earth shield, and... oh no. She held up the slingshot, showing one of the prongs was broken. "I must have broken it in the wind tower." The door to the barn opened and Odiana flew in, followed by a few other fairies. They were twittering quickly, so Odiana shushed them. "Regan's pirates are near. We have to leave." "We have no supplies," Bree said, tossing the broken slingshot into her backpack. "Where'll we go?" "What elements are left?" Odiana asked. "Fire and water," Bree replied. "Then we go to Jadri, on the other end of the forest," Blaze said. "Why there?" Bree asked, taking out the map and looking at it. "It's close to the fire temple and far away from the pirates who are here." Bree nodded. "Good enough for me. You'll have to think of where we're going and touch the middle symbol when we use the bracelet." She placed the map away and looked into the hip pack again. "I only have a few pebbles of rosarum left, nothing to trade with." Odiana flew over and removed the pouch from her hip. She opened it and sprinkled some glowing orbs into Bree's hand. "Fairy gold," she said. "The merchants like this?" Bree asked, to which Odiana nodded. "Okay, then." She returned the glowing orbs to Odiana's pouch. "Thank you, fairies, for all your help." They nodded in reply. Odiana sat on Bree's shoulder as Blaze put his paw up on her leg. Bree held out her wrist, and Blaze nudged the middle symbol on the bracelet. Instantly, they were gone. They had appeared on the outskirts of Jadri, near a garden. Bree made a choice to pick up some of the vegetables growing there to take with them. Putting her hood over her head, she traveled into town and bought some food and a couple water flasks. She used merchants with shops off the main road who didn't mind trading in fairy gold and asking no questions. Blaze and Odiana stayed hidden as Bree walked around, keeping an eye out for any trouble. There were a couple of Regan's pirates in the town, but Bree figured they were part of a regular patrol as they barely acknowledged her presence. That night she took back the Vitarium bracelet as they made camp in the forest near the garden. Around the fire, which Odiana easily lit with her wand, Bree took her time telling about her quest in the wind tower, making sure to show them the grip hook and the newest lit jewel on her pendant. She then used the grip hook to grab a carrot out of the garden and bring it back to them. They cooked some of the meat Bree had purchased earlier and sat quietly enjoying their food. After a while, Bree spoke. "Both the Lich and the Thunderbird warned me about Zerum." "Really?" Blaze asked. Bree nodded. "They both told me not to trust him. The Thunderbird asked why I was helping him, and then said that Zerum isn't who he said he is." "Isn't he a dark wizard?" Odiana asked. "That's what Shen and Samuel told me. Regan took soldiers to stop the pirates, and then something happened, and he came back leading them, bringing Zerum with him." "And the question is, who is Zerum really?" Blaze asked. "Regan may be the leader of Gol right now, and the one who killed your parents, along with the whole Legion. But maybe Zerum is the real power behind this all." Bree leaned back against the log behind her and stared into the fire. Both the Lich and the Thunderbird had magical properties to them, although a bird that size could just naturally screech like thunder, but I don't think so. "Maybe they are the Dark Fiends," Odiana said, causing the others to look at her. "Dark Fiends?" Bree asked. "Explain." Odiana looked at her wand. "I've always heard the Morgana wand was a legend, and now here I am holding it in my own hands. We fairies were told of another legend of a race of evil creatures called the Dark Fiends. They were brutal monsters with powerful magical abilities that once roamed this world. Most of them ended up killing one another, as some abilities were stronger than others, but some survived and stayed hidden. When Samuel told us about the monsters being put inside the temples by Zerum and Regan, and then we fought the Lich who could raise zombies from the ground, I wondered if the legend of the Dark Fiends was actually true." "Do you think Zerum has control over the Dark Fiends and that he placed one in each of the elemental temples?" Blaze asked. Odiana nodded. "We've already destroyed 2 of them, and I think it's about time to get harder." do.